Qualifying is over, and they begin to line up. Up front, it will be Harley Barletta and Richie West. A.J. Godsey and Aiden Trevette in the second row. Jody Ogden and Kyle Holden in the third row. Bill Percy and Mike Smith in the fourth row. J.J. Parr, Kevin Reed in the fifth row. Nicole Kriesel and Zach Henson start 11th and 12th. Then it is Topher Baltimore, Rick Sargent, 13th and 14th. Jared Heasley, David Garman, 15th and 16th. Matt Johnston finishes 17th. And some of these guys back here at the back did not qualify. Interesting strategy. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. We'll see if it pays off. Richie West back in the Ghostbusters car, and there was another car I was going to go looking for that does not look like he is here tonight, but do expect some variety in some paint schemes over the next few weeks, as Brian Oshinska, he's not here tonight, but he's got several new paint schemes he's been working on, 80s TV shows that are really, really cool. He even has an A-Team car, an Airwolf car, Magnum PI car, several different cars. And obviously Richie West, he changes cars out all the time. He has Ghostbusters and the Munsters, several others. A lot of these guys, you see AJ Godsey, he has changed his paint scheme again to match the winning Hendrick car this past week. So that brought him a little luck at Iowa. We'll see if it brings him some again tonight. Kyle Holden is driving an AMC car. If I remember correctly, a few months ago, he was driving a Dogecoin car. I guess that tells us a little bit about his investment strategy. All right, it is round 3 of the playoffs. We are down to 9 cars in contention for the championship, but tonight we've got 17 cars on track. And I have no idea what David Garman is doing now. David Garman starting his usual shenanigans early tonight. One more time around, they'll let David get back in line. Don't forget, after tonight's race, check out Pizza Pepper Gaming. They are on Facebook and Twitch. That is tonight's race sponsor, Richie West and Pizza Pepper Gaming. So go check them out. All right, pace car is in. Harley Barletta will start on the green flag. Green flag is in the air, and they are away. Richie West struggles a little bit on the start, gets a little squirrely, and A.J. Godsey down to the inside. It looked like it might have accordioned. Something happened back behind. Caution is out. Oh, Mike Smith, he just spun the tires and gets into the outside wall and ends up down on the infield. Not the way Mike wanted this race to start, but there it is. And let's take another look and see who else caught. It looks like the 95 of Bill Percy. No, the 15 of J.J. Parr caught a little bit of that. I don't know that we're going to see anybody go to pit road. Even Mike Smith is staying out. He has not been to pit road, but now he will start at the back of the field. Didn't look like he hit too terribly hard. That cool new paint scheme, it's kind of hard to tell. Oh, he does have some right rear damage, but pretty insignificant amount. He should be okay. Eric, that is correct. He pulled a roam. And let's take a quick look in at JJ Parr's car. Looks like the almost no damage to that car. Might have crinkled the front bumper a little bit, but nothing significant. Everybody else gets by clear. So thankfully, only one car involved in damage there, but it does put Mike at the back of the field. He had a heck of a run in the trucks last night and was hoping for another good finish here tonight, but doesn't. Not looking good, and I have no clue what's going on with David Garman, but he is stopped on the inside there. Looks like he is saying hi to Harley Barletta real quick. Scoring does get a little bit wonky on these short tracks. We'll see what happens. All right, looks like they should get waved around the pace car here in a moment, and that should put everybody back where they belong. Harley Barletta still up front. It's surprising we did not see the somebody pull the Rome last night. A lot of good clean restarts, but yeah, here we are and having some issues early. Richie West spun the tires. And it does look like Mike and Garmin are going to be waved around the pace car here. So both of them back to the lead lap now, but at the tail end of the field. Now we did mention at the start, 100 to 120 laps on fuel. Obviously, caution laps extends that range just a bit. So we should see him be able to go further, but I promise you, after about 50 laps, everybody's going to want new tires. They'll probably wait and let cautions play out. A lot of guys said in their in pre-race that their strategy was just to hold on, hope cautions fell their way. But several people are going to be trying several different strategies here tonight. So we'll see how everything goes here tonight. It could be a wild one. As you heard Richie West say last night, short pitting definitely paid off in the trucks, but conversely, some of the guys that stretched to the last minute, they came back later and made it worthwhile. We'll have to wait and see how things play out here tonight. Pace car about to drop off, and we will try and get this thing restarted one more time. Here we go as Harley Barletta gets the green flag, and Richie West spins the tires on the start. And it looks like Aiden the Kid Trevette got caught up in that as well. Try and see how many cars got caught in that as Aiden the Kid Trevette gets it. Everybody else looks like they managed to keep it going the right way. Kevin Reed got a piece of it. Kevin Reed ends up down on the infield. A lot of guys struggling on the restarts here. Start in third gear, everybody. It is a little bit tricky to restart here with the high banked straightaways and everybody going for it. Richie West was in the points race. He is tied for 5th right now. We'll see if he can get back up there. That is 2 instances of pulling a Rome here tonight already. Actually 3. Richie West had a little bit of a tire spin on the first start. And in the midst of this, Zach Henson, he's picked up a couple of spots due to people having incidents, but Richie West is slotted right in front of him. He has still managed to pick up 4 spots. Our points leader, Kyle Holden currently running in 5th right now. Bill Percy now up to 4th. And Topher Baltimore in his final race for quite some time, currently now up in the top 10. He's running in 10th. Garmin picked up several positions. Kevin Reed, Aiden the Kid Trevette, and Mike Smith all to the back now. Mike Smith is currently on pit road. Looks like he is getting manual repairs here. A lot of guys picking up a position or two here and there with minimal effort, just avoiding the cautions. And this concrete track is abrasive on tires, so we'll have to wait and see if anybody, we might see a slower restart here as they have not gotten very far into this battle. It could be a rough night for a lot of guys. It could shake up the points. We knew this was a possibility coming in, that the points could be totally flipped upside down here tonight. But now AJ Godsey up in second. After last week's win, he is trying to see if he can get something done here. Lead the points again. We are away. The front group does okay. It looks like the 95 of Bill Percy had some problems on the start. A lot of cars checking up. The whole field accordions, but everybody gets through turns 1 and 2 okay. Harley Barletta and AJ Godsey, meanwhile, check out. The first about 7 cars are single file, but now here comes the 95 of Topher Baltimore. He's looking to the inside of David Garman right now. Oh, Topher gets loose off of turn 4. Caution. Not the way Topher wanted that final race to go. Comes out of turn 2. He was fighting Garman on the high side. Heavy impact on the right front of the car into the inside wall. And he is now on pit road. AJ Godsey and Harley Barletta up to the front now. And Jody Ogden now up to third. Jody, this is Doug in the booth. You got me, buddy?
I got you, Doug.
Hey, man, the return of Jody is going fairly well right now. You've managed to avoid the chaos so far.
Well, some of it.
Well, you're up to third. Your car looks pretty clean right now. Are you going to be able to give AJ and Harley a run for their money tonight?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just going to try and hang with them for right now. It's all up in the air at this track, as you know.
Very much so. All right, man. Well, it's good to see you back on track. Love the new paint scheme, and good luck, buddy.
Doug.
All right, Jody Ogden, as we mentioned, he's been gone for quite some time due to personal reasons. He is now back and obviously having a fairly good start to this race. He has avoided most of the chaos, which seems to have been the most important part of tonight. So awesome to see him back, loving the new paint scheme. And a couple spots behind him is J.J. Parr. He missed out on the playoffs, missing the first 2 races of the season, or of the playoffs. So now he is out of the playoffs and just going for the win. And in a new paint scheme, running that Gatorade paint. And looks like we got 1 to green. We'll try and catch a word with J.J. Parr here in a little bit. And now comes the fun part. They are going to have to restart again. Nobody has been to pit road for a new set of tires, and despite them being at pace speed, this concrete track is a bit abrasive. Does tear the tires just a little bit. They've been heated, they've been cooled, and yes, iRacing does have heating and cooling and tire temperature cycles built into the sim. Therefore, that has affected the tires. So hopefully they can get a clean restart on this one. Pace car is in. Green flag is in the air. Looked like Kyle Holden was a little slow on the start. Several people accordion behind him, but everybody manages to keep it clean so far. Back up front, Harley Barletta and AJ Gotze run away from the field again. Kyle Holden now up to third. Ogden back to fourth. And they're side by side back here for fifth, sixth, and seventh. JJ Parr picking up a couple spots. Zach Henson there, and then Richie West is battling, trying to get back up towards the front. David Garman, caution is out. And it might mean trouble for two of the people on the bubble as Kevin Reed getting loose off the turn. He collects Jared Heasley, and it looked like Mike Smith got caught in that as well. Kevin Reed currently 9th in points. He is the driver most on the bubble. Jared Heasley currently in 7th. 7th, 8th, and 9th. 3 positions will be eliminated after Vegas. Right now, 7th is Jared Heasley, 8th is Matt Johnston, and Kevin Reed is 9th. Kevin and Jared did not need that to happen, especially considering Matt Johnston now up in 11th. Let's see if we can talk to our points leader, Kyle Holden. Kyle, this is Doug. You got me, buddy?
Hey, Doug, what's up?
Hey, man. Hey, look like you've been taking it a little bit easy on the last restart after the 2 previous incidents.
Yeah, I'm just trying to keep it clean here right now, just seeing what's going on, and hopefully we can get into a groove here soon. But right now, I'm just trying to keep it safe.
Well, you didn't start up front for once and got a little bit of work to do, but not too terribly bad, and you're flying up there pretty quickly.
Yeah, I'm just hoping to save some tires. Maybe we can get a long run in. We'll see how the gas plays out here, but who knows? We'll see what happens.
All right, man. Well, good luck, and hopefully your points lead stands after tonight.
Hopefully.
All right, that was our points leader, Kyle Holden. And let's see if we can get a quick word in with JJ Parr. Hey, JJ, this is Doug. You got me?
Yes, sir. What's up, Doug?
Hey, man. Hey, a bit of a wild start. You got a little bit of that first incident, but you managed to keep it clean. You going to be able to get up there and give AJ and Harley a run for their money?
We'll see. I think the biggest ticket for me with not having too many laps is I need to keep the tires on this thing, you know. I can't have it get tight on me, and then I'll be out pissing in the wind. So,
well,
I just try to keep on some tires here. We'll see what's up.
Well,
be patient.
Yeah, you are out of the playoffs now, but it looks like you've got a fast car tonight, man.
Yep. Thanks, Doug.
Thanks, man. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
All right, that was JJ Parr. As you heard him, he is trying to make those tires. Trying to make those tires. Yeah. Anyway, good one, Jason. Excuse me. Definitely not the start these guys wanted, but now they are starting to line back up for the restart. We are only up to lap 26. However, some of the playoff contenders, especially some of the guys on the bubble, now in trouble in the points. Kevin Reed, Jared Heasley, Mike Smith all went to pit row under that caution. As the pace car drops off, green flag is back in the air. Everybody gets a pretty clean start on this one. Now if they can just let some heat get up in the tires. Harley Barletta does not seem to mind the cautions at all. He runs away every restart. AJ Gotze can't even hang with him so far tonight. A little further back, everybody's settling in now. As our Zach Henson, who's third in points, is about to lose a position to David Garman. David up on the high side. Last night in the trucks, oh! Garmin and Henson just briefly touch. Henson manages to save it. Richie West and the kid are right there. Everybody manages to keep it clean, but what a interesting turn of events. Everybody gets settled in. Zach holding the bottom at the moment. The fastest way around the track last night at least seemed to be early on up on the high line. As Aiden the Kid Trevette now trying to completing the pass, he is now up to 7. David Garman started way in the back. He is now up to 6. What a wild start here at Bristol. And the battle right now is for about 2nd through 6 as Kyle Holden, or 3rd through 6, Kyle Holden in 3rd, Jody Ogden now back up to 4th, JJ Parr in 5th. Garmin is in 6th, but he is looking for a position here. Garmin down on the low line, gets clear of Parr and slides up, makes the pass. Now he's going to try and get around Jody Ogden here, coming down the back straight away. Garmin has to get out of it just a little bit. It's almost like Garmin's getting so much better run up off the turns right now than anybody else. Back up front, Harley Barletta has continued to check out from the field. Not as big of a gap on AJ right now. AJ just 0.4 of a second back in 2nd place. Kyle Holden is in 3rd. He is 1.2 seconds behind the leader. Jody Ogden holding on to 4th. Garmin now 11 spots he's picked up. He is up to 5th. 6th place, JJ Parr. 7th place, Aiden the Kid Trevette. Zach Henson is 8th. 9th is Richie West, who's gone backwards quite a bit and has some significant damage on the rear bumper. And Bill Percy up to 10th now, but he is being passed by Matt Johnston. Matt, another one of those 3 cars on the bubble. We will eliminate 3 more after Vegas. Jared Heasley, involved in that last caution, is recovered and now moving up to 11th as Matt looks like he is pushing that thing extremely hard. He was getting way loose up off the turns. Looks like he might have it under control just a little bit. Here comes Jared Heasley to the inside. As they battle side by side, Bill Percy right in front of him. Richie West just a little bit further up. These battles going on track right now. David Garman trying to take 4th place from Jody Ogden. And regardless of where Jody finishes, it's just awesome to have him back on track here tonight. JJ Parr now trying to reclaim some positions. Zach Henson, who started back in 12th, he was almost in the top 5 when him and Garmin had the incident going through the turn, and he has dropped back to 8th now. And looks like Matt Johnston and Bill Percy battling hard right behind him. Mike Smith now starting to recover from his earlier incident, and something has happened to Jared Heasley as he's lost several positions. Bill Percy now looking to the inside of Zach Henson. Bill getting a little bit loose off the turn. Matt Johnston is going to jump to the high side and try and capitalize. Matt gets the position. That moves Bill back to 10th place. Back up front, Kyle Holden trying to hold off a hard-charging David Garman. Garman now up to 3rd. And Garmin is starting to reel in AJ Godsey just a little bit. AJ now right to the back bumper of Harley Barletta. You know we're not going to see any incidents this early. Richie West is going to pit road. Richie trying some short pit strategy here. We'll see. Hopefully it stays green and that strategy pays off for Richie. 50 laps into this race, and it's been a wild start, but things are definitely starting to heat up a little bit. Don't forget, tomorrow you will be able to check out BRRpoints.com, get all the points updates on the playoffs, and you can visit us at htsai.net, get the entire broadcast schedule, find out how to get free iRacing setups, and so much more. AJ Godsey in second. Richie West now back up off pit road. He is currently scored in 16th. It looks like Topher Baltimore is out of the race. Richie West on those fresh tires. We'll keep a close eye on him and see. He is now showing 4 laps down after a green flag stop. We'll see if Richie can make those fresh tires work. If everybody else stays out, Richie will be flying by them for quite some time. Richie West, we'll watch his lap times. Let's see what his time is this time by. That time by, he was almost a full second faster than Harley Barletta. So he is going to run away. He'll have to navigate through traffic, though. We'll be checking on him throughout the race and see if this strategy pays off for Richie. Hopefully it does. He comes into the night tied for 5th in points. As here comes Harley Barletta starting to lap cars. He gets around Nicole. That's what she said, Creasel. And now running down Kevin Reed, Mike Smith, and Zach Henson. Zach Henson all the way back to 12th. We're used to seeing Zach up there really running up towards the front. Zach is obviously struggling here as Mike Smith looks down to the inside to take the position from him. Meanwhile, Richie West is flying back around the track here. He is about to catch Rick Sargent, who is currently running in 11th. Last time by, he was exactly a second faster than Harley Barletta. Navigating through traffic will be a little bit tough for Richie, but you can see even here with just 50 laps on the tires and a good 10 to 15 of those under caution, it is still a huge difference having those fresh tires. As here comes Richie West now trying to get around Bill Percy in 9th. Bill, meanwhile, battling with Matt Johnston right there. Caution is out. Caution is out. Rick Sargent involved. That caution definitely did not fall the way that Richie needed to. Oh, Rick got loose coming off turn 4. Oh, Harley Barletta is caught. JJ Parr, Harley Barletta, Kevin Reed all caught up in that. Several of the lead cars involved. Harley Barletta has a little bit of damage to the front of that car. AJ Godsey managed to navigate through there clean. Kyle Holden got through there clean. Garmin got through there clean, but Kevin Reed and several others just not the way they want things to go here. Some of these guys will have to use their one and only fast repair for this incident, and only 63 laps in, that is a disconcerting feeling. And Richie West, what a heartbreak. He was storming back through the field after a green flag stop, and now he is going to end up being trapped 3 laps down. Looks like Rick was involved in that. Either Mike Smith or Nicole Creasel will get the wave around, as just about the entire field is coming to pit road. Mike Smith staying out. JJ Parr is staying out. I'm sure he'll be back down pit road momentarily. Rick Sargent, he's going to come down pit road. Kevin Reed, Nicole Creasel, Richie West. All right, let's see if we can talk to Richie West real quick. That is a bit of a heartbreak for Richie. Hey, Richie, this is Doug. You got me, buddy?
Yeah, I got you, bud.
Hey, man, your tire strategy was really, really good until that caution came out. You were actually flying through the field over a second faster than the leaders.
Well, I did not want that caution because I think I was good on fuel too. I didn't want that caution.
Well, you're going to have some time left. Are you going to make a pit stop here? Or are you going to stay out and get the wave around and get another lap back here?
Yeah, I'll take the wave around and get the other lap back. I think I'm down 3, so I have to kind of stay out here. I'm sure there'll be more cautions now.
Based on the way the race started and the restarts went, you're probably safe to get a couple of laps back here in a minute.
So, because we got a fast hot rod here, if I can just ever... we got slammed around like a pinball there. Pit, so...
All right, man. Well, best of luck. Hopefully everything works out here.
I appreciate it.
All right, that was Richie West, the first car to make a green flag stop, got caught by it. And let's see if we can get a hold of Harley Barletta real quick. Harley, this is Doug. You got me, buddy?
Hey, how's it going, Doug?
Hey, man. First question, obviously you couldn't avoid that. Did you go ahead and use your fast repair or just some manual?
Really fasted. If I used the manual, I'd be in the back.
Okay. So obviously you can check out here. You're extremely fast. Hopefully you can get up here and get the win, man.
I'm going for it, man.
All right, good luck, buddy.
Thanks, bud.
All right, that is Harley Barletta. Pace car is off. Green flag in the air, and Harley has checked out. Now jumping back through the field. No restart problems this time, but we've got a car going backwards. Oh, that's the 6 of Nicole Creasel. Meanwhile, back up front, Harley Barletta got a good restart. Couldn't get away from AJ this time, though. Last few times, he's gotten half a second or more. Couldn't quite gain that much ground here. And David Garman now back in the picture. He started way back in 16th, currently running 3rd. Kyle Holden now up to 4th. Aiden the Kid Trevette back to 5th. And Jared Heasley charging through the field. He's been caught in a couple of different incidents. That car has been repaired, and he is now up to 6th after starting in 15th. And if we're honest, that's probably the prettiest car out there. Although Topher Baltimore did have a very, very pretty car. Good evening, Scott. It was definitely an interesting start to the race. We'll put it that way. 72 laps in and a couple of restart mishaps, and yeah. But right now we've got, it looks like 11 cars on the lead lap. We've got about 5 cars trying to get back to the lead lap, including that man Richie West, who pitted under green, got 4 fresh tires, was storming back around it, unlapped himself once, and was closing back down on the leader to unlap himself a second time. Caution comes out, and he gets trapped 3 laps down. Now just 2 laps down after getting waved around. Hoping for some more quick cautions, and I just noticed AJ Gonsey and David Garman are running pretty much opposite paint schemes for the same sponsor. Garman obviously running the older Valvoline paint scheme, and AJ running the new Hendrick Motorsports Valvoline paint scheme. So interesting. Aiden the Kid Trevette, he is now up into back up into 4th. Kyle Holden to 5th. Jared Heasley still holding on to 6th. Bill Percy still holding on to 7th. The return of Jody Ogden now up to 8th. 9th is Matt Johnston. Zach Henson is in 10th. And Zach, despite being 3rd in points coming into tonight and been a fairly dominant driver in recent months, he is really struggling here. It's a shock to see that car so far back and having the issues that he's had. We'll have to wait and see if he can manage to recover. Meanwhile, Harley Barletta continues to lead. AJ has now started to lose just a little bit of ground. Look through the field. Everybody single file, at least for the moment, as Bill Percy and Jody Ogden continue to battle. And JJ Parr, who's the first car one lap down, is right there with him. Jody going to the high side under Bill. Jody gets loose, coming up off the bottom. Manages to hold it. But he cannot, Jody cannot get by him, and now JJ Parr is going to be looking to the outside. Oh! Bill Percy gets into the wall, collects Jody Ogden, collects the 15 of JJ Parr. Kevin Reed caught again. Minimal damage, but and it looked like the one of Richie West slipped by there. He did not get hurt. He might be in the wave around position. Bill Percy, heavy damage to that car. Looked like Bill just got loose coming up off the turn. Let's take another look at it. Oh, he clipped the wall, got loose, collected JJ. It's the second time JJ has been collected tonight. The two and the Richie West managed to get by clean. Everybody gets by fairly clean except for Jody and JJ. Beginning to think JJ has a magnet attached to his car, and anytime anything happens, he's going to get caught in it. Bill Percy, JJ Parr, and Jody Ogden all come to pit road. Kevin Reed looks like... Nope, Kevin Reed stayed out. So just JJ Parr, Jody Ogden, and Bill Percy on pit road. And Mike Smith was in the position. He is getting the lucky dog here. Richie West still being scored a couple of laps down right now. Harley Barletta still continuing to dominate. AJ Godsey in second. David Garman is now in third. The Kid, Aiden Trevette in fourth. Kyle Holden in fifth. Heasley is up to sixth. Matt Johnston now up into seventh. He has come through this field quite a bit after starting in 17th. He is one of the ones I don't believe qualified, and yet here he is coming up to 7 as Aiden the Kid Trevette comes to pit road. Bill Percy comes back to pit road. Kevin Reed, Richie West, Nicole, that's what she said, Creasel, all on pit road. Nicole, heavy damage to the front end. I did not see if she got caught in that or not. Lights are still on. Let's see if we can have a quick word with Heasley. Hey, Jared, this is Doug. You got me, buddy?
What's going on, Doug?
Hey, man. You have just marched through this field despite being caught in an early incident, man. Congratulations. You're having a great run.
Twice. I've marched through the field twice.
So you going to be able to continue your march and get to the front?
We're going to try. These guys are setting a blistering pace. We'll see if I can keep with them and try to do something to stay up here in the top 5.
All right, man. Best of luck to you. Great run so far, and hope you can keep her clean and get to the front.
Yep, thanks, Doug.
That was Jared Heasley. He is the driver of the number 32 car. You see it there. Probably one of the prettiest ones out there. I am a little biased, though. He is also one of the 2 HTSAI setup builders for our free setup program. He's building the Cup and Next Gen. And it looks like we're having a little shenanigans under yellow as Garmin was pushing Barletta and Jared came up and was helping push Barletta around the track. So looks like Kevin Reed is dropping to the back of the pack there. Mike Smith now back to the lead lap after an early incident. He is in 10th. Green flag is back in the air. Here they go again. Harley gets another good jump. Everybody gets a clean restart this time. And AJ has managed the last couple of restarts to stay right there with them. Meanwhile, we've got a battle for position. 5th place, Matt Johnston. 6th place, Aiden the Kid Trevette. A little further back, after repairs, Jody Ogden starting to work his way back to the front. He is in 9th. Caution is out. Let's see. I'm not 100% sure what caused this. Looking to see, the only alert we had was Kevin Reed ducking to pit road. And I think it just might have been the timing of when Kevin dropped to pit road, but definitely a benefit to a few guys a couple laps down. Rick Sargent, JJ Parr, Bill Percy, Richie West, Nicole Kriesel. Kevin Reed is the only car currently on pit road. David Garman went to pit road. No, he didn't. Looks like he was just playing again. Yep, Garman is out there playing. And if you've ever raced with David Garman, you completely understand what is going on there. Bill lost it. I'm getting updates. Bill lost it and managed to keep it straight, but looks like we might be able to get a quick view of that. Oh, looks like JJ and Bill touched briefly, and Bill spun and then got it righted again. He did a complete 360 there. All right. Thanks for the update, Steven and Topher. And a huge shout out to Topher. He had a rough night last night, a rough night tonight, but hopefully after a couple months while recovering, hopefully he'll come back with all the luck. I'm going to mail you some rabbit's feet. Rick Sargent now on pit road after looks like he got the wave around. He is now in 11th on the lead lap. JJ Parr and Bill Percy, Richie West are the first 3 cars. West is 2 laps down. Bill and Parr are 1 lap down each. And Richie tried to pull a little short pit strategy. Has not worked out so far tonight. Hopefully he can recover from that. All right, Harley Barletta continues to lead. The dueling Valvoline cars of AJ Godsey and David Garman are 2nd and 3rd. Kyle Holden now up to 4th. Matt Johnston has been storming his way through the field. He's up to 5th. Aiden the Kid Trevette in 6th. Jared Heasley is in 7th. Zach Henson 8th. Jody Ogden is 9th. Michael Smith is 10th. And Rick Sargent is 11th. 11 cars on the lead lap. Pace car is in. Green flag is back in the air. Everybody gets a good clean restart on this one. And Harley Barletta there's a move to the outside by AJ Godsey on the start, and AJ Godsey is going to lead the first lap of the night. David Garman looking to the high side. Harley Barletta moving up just a little bit. Now it's side by side for 4th place right behind him. Kyle Holden, Aiden Trevette. Kyle on the high side trying to get around the kid. He gets clear down the front straightaway. AJ gets a little bit loose there, coming off turn 2. Everybody settles in, and now the top 7 cars are single file. Zach Henson, though, now has Jody Ogden right behind him. Jared Heasley there, too. Jody gets a run up to the high side and easily drives past Zach Henson. Jared Heasley now starting to come up. We'll have to talk to Zach Henson if we get the opportunity. He is definitely not having the kind of race we usually. Oh, Jared Heasley is way loose coming up off turn 4. As we were saying, Zach Henson not having the kind of run we're used to expecting from that young man. Well, hopefully he'll be able to pull back up. Meanwhile, Harley Barletta now to second. AJ Godsey up to first. AJ Godsey started the playoffs with technical difficulties at Pocono. He raced the entire race several laps down and finished dead last, and yet last week at Iowa pulled off the win and moved himself out of the playoff bubble. So when the 3 cars were cut last week, AJ was still in it. He moved up to 5th. He was tied with Richie West, and now here he is leading again. Harley Barletta in second. He has been one of the most consistent guys the whole season. Currently second on the track, 4th in points. Garmin in 3rd. Not in the playoffs. He opted out of the playoffs because he knew he had to miss several races, so he opted out of the playoffs. Aiden the Kid Trevette, another one, computer problems at Pocono the first week of the playoffs, completely eliminated after Iowa despite an amazing run. Oh, Garmin gets the wall coming up off turn 4. The Kid drops to the inside, takes advantage. The Kid gets a little bit loose coming up off the turn, sends it down into the corner this time. Can't get the run up off the corner, just past halfway. These guys are battling like it's the last lap. Garmin now loose. He smacks the wall again, and the Kid is going to take the position. Now the Kid is in 3rd. And here comes Garmin. And Sarah Estes cheering on Harley Barletta, who led the first 70-plus laps. Now running, caution is out. Several cars checking up, trying to did see a car down on the apron. Everybody going the right way, so hopefully we'll give us just a minute. We're looking to see. As AJ Godsey gives up the lead, comes to pit road. Kyle Holden, Matt Johnston, both coming to pit road. Zach Henson coming to pit road. Harley Barletta, Aiden Trevette, David Garmin all stay out. Jody Ogden stays out. Jared Heasley stays out. Rick Sargent, Mike Smith both stay out. Just looking to see. Oh, it was. It looks like a bit of netcode or JJ Parr got loose, and Bill Percy and JJ Parr get together again. That's what brings that caution out. And those two have been together more than a couple of times here tonight. It's been a little bit interesting. We'll have to wait and see. JJ, not the kind, neither one of these guys are the kind to go give payback, but as many times as they've been together tonight, there's no telling. Aiden the Kid Trevette stays out. And everybody can make it from here on fuel as well. JJ Parr, Richie West, Nicole Creasel now on pit road. Looks like Larry Ashby, who's not in the race, is actually helping spot for a few different drivers out here. All right, as the pit stops cycled through, lights are out on the pace car. It is Harley Barletta up front, and then Aiden Trevette, David Garman, Jody Ogden, Jared Heasley, Rick Sargent, AJ Godsey, Mike Smith, Matt Johnston, Kyle Holden, all in the top 10. Then Zach Henson is 11th, Bill Percy is 12th, Richie West now up to 13th, JJ Parr 14th, Nicole 15th, Kevin Reed is 16th, and Topher Baltimore is out. I think Kevin Reed, yeah, he is still out here. He has been repaired, but several laps down. Richie West now just one lap down as he continues to fight his way back. Green flag is in the air, and it is Harley Barletta with the great start again. Aiden the Kid Trevette on the high side in second. Now they're sorted out back to third. And now everybody who came in for fresh tires, like AJ Godsey, is going to come charging through this field very quickly. Despite the fact that they aren't on that old of tires, we've seen it 20 laps or more tend to have an impact. AJ Godsey coming around Jared Heasley, trying to take fifth here. And the 18 of Kyle Holden. Caution is out. Bill Percy. Bill not having a great night here tonight. And he gets loose, loses it, saves it, and loses it again on the front straightaway. But the scary thing there, he almost, let's take another look at that, almost got into the back of JJ Parr again. Those two keep finding each other. All right, now let's see if any of these guys that stayed out, do they make the decision to come to pit road and get fresh tires? AJ Godsey was charging through the field just a moment ago on those fresh tires. Let's see if we can get a hold of AJ. Hey, AJ, this is Doug. You got me?
I got you.
Hey, man, those fresh tires look like they were hooked up pretty quick. You were coming back through the field pretty quickly.
Yeah, these 4 fresh tires definitely feel good after that first run. I was definitely ready for new tires.
So now these other guys are staying out front, and they're not coming in, not getting fresh tires. So you think you're going to be able to get up there and get past them before the tires equalize?
I think so. Looks like I'll be restarting here 4th on the outside behind Aiden, and I know he's on fresher tires than these other 2 as well. So hopefully me and Aiden get this outside rolling on this restart.
All right, man. Well, best of luck to you. I know last week's win helped with the playoffs. Hopefully you can get up there and do it again.
Thanks, Doug. I'm going to try.
All right, that was AJ Godsey, and you heard it. He is very happy to have that those 4 fresh Goodyears on the car. Looks like Jody Ogden, Rick Sargent, and Nicole Creasel all back on pit road. Bill Percy still on pit road. He may be done for the night. He hit pretty hard. And don't forget to come back every Sunday night for the next several weeks, BRR Cup Series, as they go through the playoffs. There will be a lot of excitement. Next week, they are at Vegas, rolling the dice there. The week after that, they will be at Dover. That one will be extremely exciting. It's just a bigger version of Bristol, and I can promise you that one is going to be a very, very special and exciting race. Then after Dover, there will be a couple more eliminations, or after Vegas, there will be some eliminations. After Dover, there will be eliminations. And then we'll go into the final race of the playoffs, and this is going to be a heck of a battle for the top spot in the BRR Cup Series. Don't forget to come back for the Outlaw triple header tomorrow night. Dirt racing at its best. Tuesday night, XCal Street Stocks return to Oxford Plains, and hopefully Gerald Thanos Poole will qualify for that battle. Then Wednesday night, the Outlaw Xfinity Series and the Outlaw Pro Late Models, and some of the guys you see out here tonight will be in the Outlaw races and other events this week. So green flag back in the air, and Aiden the Kid Trevette jumps low. That gives AJ the high line. Aiden moves back up. Garmin can't quite hang yet. And here comes AJ Gotze on the high side for second place. Gets a little bit of the wall getting into turn 2. Or turn 1, excuse me, coming off the turn. And now AJ up to second. Harley Barletta on older tires. He's going to have his hands full here in just a moment. 75 laps to go. When they're doing them in 15 seconds, it does not take long. Let's find somebody who's in the midst of this. How about Jody Ogden? Let's take a ride with old Jody. As he crosses the start-finish line, there you see Mike Smith and Zach Henson right in front of him, moving up to the high line, carrying as much momentum as possible. Coming through turns 3 and 4, yeah, he is almost back to the start-finish line already. And there he goes. That was just under 16, or just under 15 and a half seconds that time by, as he drops now to the low line. And it's great to see him back out here. He just came in and got fresh tires as well on that stop. He is one we'll be watching very closely. Hopefully he gets back up to the front and can battle for the lead. Up front, Harley Barletta trying to hold off AJ Gotze and 4 fresh tires. AJ just giving it everything it's got. AJ can't find his way around Harley quite yet. Harley is one of the few guys out here that is an expert at saving tires. Actually, the other one is not here tonight. Jeff Hinkle is normally the king of saving tires, and he came into tonight second in points, 1 point behind Kyle Holden. We'll have to wait and see how things play out now that he is out of this. And Bill Percy dropping into the chat. Bill, I'm sorry. I know it's been a rough day personally, and you had a rough night tonight, buddy. Man, I was really rooting for you tonight. Just hoping you'd get a great finish. I knew it would have helped. But I think you and JJ Parr may have had magnets attracting each other, or attracting your cars together on track. Kyle Holden now up to third. And now I'm looking for... There is Zach Henson. After the last caution, he is now up in 7th after starting in 12th. He's starting to recover a little bit of ground here. But his lap times, surprisingly, are quite a bit slower than the leaders right now. That is something we don't often say about Zach. So we'll see how he does as the night goes on. He needs a good points finish, as he is on one of the 3 guys on the bubble to be eliminated after Vegas. Jody Ogden out here. He restarted back in 10th place and now up to 6th on 4 fresh tires. Speaking of 4 fresh tires, Harley Barletta continues to lead, holding AJ Gotze off, but here comes Kyle Holden. Kyle down to the inside. He's going to make it work. Can't get the run up off. Harley gets the run off. Almost gets the wall. Gets a little bit loose. These guys are really fighting for it. And now Matt Johnston's in the picture. Oh, there's a little bump. Kyle going for everything he can there. Gets a little bit of Harley. And AJ Godsey takes advantage there. Gets around Harley Barletta finally. Now looking to the inside of Kyle Holden. Can't quite get there. Kyle's really loose up off the corner. Matt Johnston now looking to the inside of Harley. Oh, Matt loses it. He saves it, but he's going to go back quite a bit, and Jody Ogden is now going to come into play. Meanwhile, AJ Godsey just can't get to that top position here tonight. Matt Johnston now up to third, gets by Harley Barletta, and now Jody Ogden is in striking distance. Oh, Jody, one of the cleanest drivers out there, tried really hard not to get into the bumper of Harley Barletta, had to check up, got loose, managed to save it. Now he's going to take that position, and here comes Henson. Henson might have been sandbagging the first part of this race. He now drops to the inside of Barletta. Harley now going backwards. He is now back to sixth place as Zach Henson, for the first time tonight, cracks the top five. Kyle Holden, meanwhile, is still holding off AJ Godsey. Matt Johnston in no man's land between them, but he's got to worry because here comes Jody Ogden. Jody having a heck of a run his first race back. Awesome to see that car charging to the front. Plus, just got to love Jody's new paint scheme. Don't forget, after the race, go visit htsai.net. See all the charity stuff all the leagues that we broadcast here are doing, including BRR's charity outfits, Outlaws charity event coming up on June 21st for the American Cancer Society. XCal and their fundraising for St. Jude's. Tyler Daniels Racing versus Nowski Nation and the money they are raising for the back charities. You can also find our broadcast schedule there. You can find out how to get free iRacing setups there. All sorts of great stuff you can find at htsai.net. Pop that link up there. There it is, htsai.net, and you can go to, it has a link to all these different leagues, all their websites, so you can go see where the points are as Kevin Reed now losing another lap. All right, let's take a look at the guys in the playoffs. Kyle Holden is up front leading. He is first in the points. Second in points, Jeff Hinkle, not in the race tonight. Third in points, Zach Henson. He is running back in fifth currently. Fourth in points, Harley Barletta is currently running sixth. Fifth in points, Richie West. After a pit strategy did not work out, there is Richie. He is currently running in 13th. And I do believe, Richie is now back to the lead lap and now working his way forward. AJ Godsey, who came into tonight sixth in points, he is currently running in second. Cannot find a way around any of the leaders so far tonight. Jared Heasley came into tonight seventh in points. The first car on the bubble, currently running eighth. Matt Johnston, eighth in points. Second car on the bubble. Up to fourth now. He knows he has got to have a good run here tonight, and he is proving it. And, of course, Kevin Reed, who came into tonight ninth in points, currently running in 15th, been involved in all sorts of chaos here tonight. After last week's race, 3 cars were eliminated. Rick Sargent, Aiden Trevette, and JJ Parr, all three eliminated, and they are out here just trying to get some wins here tonight. And we'll go through the field again and show you where all your favorite drivers are. Kyle Holden in first. AJ Godsey now getting around Kyle for first. AJ Godsey to the lead, and here comes Jody Ogden for second. Now they're going to be 3 wide coming off turn 2. Jody Ogden down to the bottom on his return to BRR. He is charging toward the front. Kyle Holden now back to third. Matt Johnston now in fourth. Zach Henson currently running fifth. Harley Barletta currently sixth. Aiden the Kid Trevette running seventh. Jared Heasley is now eighth. Rick Sargent back to ninth. David Garman is in 10th after being up front most of the first half of this race. JJ Parr in 11th. Richie West now in 12th. Caution is out as Mike Smith is 13th. And it looks like Jared Heasley is involved. Jared and Rick touch briefly in the middle of turns 3 and 4. Sends Jared down to the inside. Brings out the caution again. And Jody Ogden, right before that happened, jumped to the lead. Jody just stalking. Looked like AJ might have caught the wall there. They battle all the way down the back straightaway. And looks like he had the lead at the line. Therefore, as the caution came out, he took the position. And now we're going to try and talk to Zach Henson as he comes to pit road. Hey, Zach, this is Doug. You got me, buddy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Hey, man, were you sandbagging the first half of this race?
I pushed it way too hard the first half. I learned my lesson.
Well, man, it looked like the first half of the race you were really struggling, but all of a sudden it's like you've got another gear, man. You're flying up through the field.
Just trying to worry about saving my tires is really important.
All right, man. Well, best of luck. Heck of a run after your first part of the race, almost being lapped. Now you're up there in the top 5. Great run, and good luck, buddy.
All right, appreciate it.
All right, as we mentioned, Zach Henson, rough start to the race. But now here he is, and JJ Parr now stayed out for a moment. He took the lead. Now we'll see as everybody pits and Richie West stays out. He will get waved around the pace car back to the lead lap. He was still showing 1 lap down. Now he is going to be waved around. He will be on the lead lap, about 11th place it looks like. We'll wait for everything to sort out, but great job, great recovery. Matt Johnston now up to 3rd after starting in 17th. Let's see if we can get a quick word with Matt. Hey, Matt, this is Doug. You got me, bud?
What's up, Doug?
Hey, man, it looked like you have been pushing that car for everything it's worth every single lap, man.
Yeah, I'm just trying my best to, drive hard, keep it clean, waiting for opportunities on the racetrack to move forward. Sometimes my fellow racers open and make gaps for me, and I appreciate it.
Well, a couple of times I know you've been pushing so hard, you've had that thing practically sideways, pulled it back in, and picked up positions that way. So, great run, and now you're up in 3rd. You going to be able to get around AJ and Jody?
Oh man, these guys have been so fast on these shorter runs. I'm hoping I can get this long run car and get us to the finish.
All right, man. Best of luck, buddy.
All right, thanks, Doug. We'll see you.
All right, as you heard, Matt Johnston, he's been pushing that, waiting for opportunities, keeping it clean, but he's only got a little over 30 laps left as they get ready to go green. He's going to have to start pushing that thing extremely hard. I bet we see that 93 car sideways a few more times before this thing is all said and done. Green flag back in the air. Jody gets a good jump. And AJ up on the high side, fighting back. AJ to the lead. Jody is not given up yet, and back behind him, there's side-by-side battles everywhere. They know they've got just over 30 laps to go. They have got to get everything they can while the pack is close together. First 5 cars now back in single file. Harley Barletta trying to recover pretty much the entire field. Oh, we've got a car spinning. No caution, did not see, we just saw a car spin off the turn. Looks like it might have been Jared Heasley. Let's see, it might have been. As it looks like Aiden the Kid Trevette was struggling the last couple of laps, looking to see if that was him we saw sideways. Or if we can see who it was. It was somebody right outside the top 5. Oh yeah, Aiden the Kid Trevette got a little tap, it looked like from Rick Sargent there, and he managed to recover it, but losing a lot of ground. Meanwhile, AJ Godsey has opened up a 1 second lead over Matt Johnston. Jody Ogden has now dropped to 4th as here comes Kyle Holden. Jody trying to hold that high side, Harley Barletta on the bottom. And Garmin right behind these two. This is a battle for 4th, 5th, and 6th. This has definitely been a wild, wild night. Oh, Garmin is loose trying to get around Ogden on the bottom. A lot of guys we've seen, if they try and come up off the bottom too hard, they get loose, and now Garmin is losing a couple of positions here as Zach Henson fighting back on the outside. Jared Heasley now 4 laps down. AJ Godsey way out front. Matt Johnston closing that gap down. It was a full second a few laps ago. Now it is just 0.3 of a second. Kyle Holden now in 3rd. Harley Barletta in 4th. Jody Ogden back to 5th. Zach Henson in 6th, but trying to reclaim some positions here. Zach down to the inside under Jody. Quick and easy pass. You heard Zach say he's just been waiting for opportunities and taking them. Nicole Creasel down on the bottom, letting everybody go by on the high side. It's obvious Nicole not driving her hardest tonight, because when she does, she is tough to beat. Yes, Aiden, we like to save, buddy. We'll have to take another look at that one later. JJ Parr looked like he struggled about a lap ago. He was all the way down to pit road. Now he is going backwards just a little bit. Kevin Reed trying to recover here. Remember, Kevin came into tonight 9th in points. He just needed a good run to reclaim some points, get a little bit further up the standings, not having the run he needed tonight. Matt Johnston came into the night 8th, currently running in 2nd place, so he is moving up. He is easily going to pass Jared Heasley, who was just 1 point ahead of him. But that's going to put him on the bubble still. In 7th is, Kyle Holden trying to make something happen on the bottom, gets way loose. Harley Barletta trying to follow him through. And Kyle gets by Matt Johnston. Here comes Harley to the inside. 15 laps to go. Harley Barletta to the inside. He is going for 3rd. Kyle Holden now up to 2nd. Barletta to 3rd. Johnston in 4th. AJ Godsey 1.2 seconds ahead. He is gaining a little bit of ground as these guys continue to battle. 13 laps to go. This battle for 2nd is getting a little bit intense. Harley is looking for everything he can here, trying to get back up there and get around Kyle Holden. Kyle tried to make sure he maintains the points lead after tonight. Oh! The 9 of Mike Smith. Several cars involved. The 9 of Mike Smith stopped down on the inside. Now, heavy damage to several cars. Kyle Holden is missing his entire front clip. Matt Johnston manages to sneak by. Harley Barletta snuck by. Garmin now up to 4th. Kyle Holden quickly dropping back. As there goes Jody Ogden back into 5th, and AJ Godsey in the lead, lapping, it looks like Richie West, who has moved up to 11th. 8 laps to go. AJ is way out front now. 3-second lead after he went from those guys gaining him less than a 1-second lead. That one incident, everybody checking up. AJ Godsey now has over 3 seconds on Matt Johnston. Harley Barletta now way back, and he's got a battle with David Garmin here. Yeah, Eric, Steven, yes, that just happened. Okay, so that shook up the entire top 10, really. AJ Godsey still in the lead. Matt Johnston 2nd. Harley Barletta to 3rd. Garmin is in 4th. Jody Ogden in 5th. Kyle Holden with heavy damage back to 7th now as the kid Trevette comes by. And the kid gets loose, saves it, but he is really struggling here. Rick Sargent now up. And several cars. This is getting wild. 4 laps to go. It is Bristol, baby. And it is getting crazy out here. Kyle Holden has crashed. Let's take a quick look. As Aiden was saying, he blew his engine. That's what caused everything to go wrong there. 2 nights in a row, Kyle has had all sorts of difficulty. That moves Aiden the Kid Trevette to 6th, Rick Sargent to 7th, Henson to 8th, JJ Parr now in 9th, Richie West might pull off the top 10 here. 2 laps to go. AJ Godsey has a 6-second lead. Nobody can touch him. Matt Johnston, 6.5 seconds back. Harley Barletta right behind him as they get the white flag. AJ Godsey will win this, looking to see if there's going to be any beating and banging here as Jody Ogden now looking to the inside of David Garmin in the final turn. Several cars right here for position. Everybody gets through cleanly. What a wild finish. AJ Godsey gets his second win of the playoffs. Matt Johnston comes home 2nd after starting in 17th. What a drive. Harley Barletta comes home 3rd. Jody comes home 4th. Garmin comes home 5th. Aiden the Kid Trevette recovers to 6th. Zach Henson 7th. Rick Sargent 8th. JJ Parr 9th. And Richie West manages to get back up into the top 10. All right, let's see if we can talk to some of the top guys, top finishers here, I should say. All right. Hey, AJ, this is Doug. You got me?
I got you, Doug.
Hey, man. 2 weeks in a row, short tracking is obviously your expertise.
It's definitely in my wheelhouse. That's where I'm more comfortable at. Mile and a half, I just kind of, I don't know. That's I guess where I struggle the most. So yeah, I definitely look forward to these short tracks.
Well, I know with about 15 laps to go, a couple of guys were closing on you, and then there was, I'm sure you heard about there was some chaos on the radio, and you ended up with a 6-second lead there on the last lap. Were you watching the relative closely?
I was at first, like you said, when I seen them, I was holding them about, I don't know, 0.8 to a second back, and I was just trying to maintain it and not overuse my tires in case we got a late caution there. So, yeah, I was definitely trying to manage that gap.
Well, you managed it quite well, and a little bit of excitement definitely benefited you here tonight. A lot of comments saying they couldn't believe what just happened. So congratulations on the win, and yeah, continue on your points lead, or gaining in the points, I should say.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Doug.
All right, we're going to try and get a hold of Matt Johnston. Hey, Matt, this is Doug. You got me, bud?
Hey, Doug. How's it going?
Well, you had a front row seat for some chaos the last few laps.
I swear, Doug, if Richie puts out a highlight video this weekend, he just needs my POV. That's all I did all night, Doug. I never used the fast repair. I kept my car clean. I kept it off everybody, and I went from the very back to the front. So I got to thank everybody for the great race that we had when we were on those really good green flag runs. I really appreciate it. There's a lot of give and take going out there on the track, and I think we produced a good race tonight.
All right, man. Well, congratulations. That was a great finish and a great recovery there at the end to avoid all that, man.
Oh, thank you so much, Doug.
All right, let's see if we can get a quick word with Harley Barletta. Hey, Harley, this is Doug. You got me?
Hey, what's up, Doug?
Hey, man. You had a bit of a wild night, but you managed to recover quite well after the incident earlier.
Yeah, I got caught up in that first wreck, came back out with the lead with the fast repair. Then I continued to stay out for whatever reason. But I was able to hold AJ and whoever that was off for about 10, 15 laps on that last restart before we got another caution. So that saved me, but it was cool. It was fun. It was good racing with everybody too.
Yeah, it looked like it. And like you said, on fresh tires, nobody could touch you, man. That was a heck of a run, bud.
Thanks. It's all right. I'm still working on trying to figure out my pit stuff. Eventually, I'll figure it out and not be so losing.
If you figure it out, I'll need some tips.
Pit when you're supposed to. That's a tip right there.
All right. Congratulations, man.
Yeah, have a good one, Doug.
All right, Kyle Holden. You might want to plug your ears for this one. Let me see if I can get a hold of Kyle. Hey, Kyle, this is Doug. You got me?
Hey, Doug, what's up?
Hey, man. A heck of a run, but a rough ending to that one.
Yeah. He got loose, and I had really nowhere to go there. But that didn't really tick me off. The thing that ticked me off is I got a black flag for my engine blowing up, and I was like, okay, I want to go to pit road, and it black flagged me and disqualified me. So it's like, could have gotten 10th place or something, but it is what it is,
Well, I know a lot of guys were rooting for you there until that happened. You had a big fan club tonight for sure, man. It was a heck of a run, and yeah, just one of those situations that happens at Bristol. But great run, and you're not going to lose too much in the points, so it's still a good points night for you.
Yeah. At least it'll be a more fun race now. I have to try to work myself back up there. So I hope you have a good night, and maybe we'll get them next week.
All right, man.
Thanks.
All right. Obvious disappointment out of Kyle Holden there. Obviously a bit of a rough ending to his night. But, yeah. It is Bristol, short track racing, and a wild finish. Don't forget to check out htsai.net, and you can find all of our links for our Twitch and Facebook and YouTube and our Twitter so you can get a tweet every time we go live. Check out the setups and get free setups for iRacing. We'll be working on some of that live tomorrow. So you'll definitely want to tune in for that stuff. And yeah, don't forget to check out brrpoints.com tomorrow. Get the update on the points. Be back tomorrow night, Tuesday night. Wednesday night, we'll have Outlaw Dirt Triple Header tomorrow night. We'll have XCal Street Stocks Tuesday night and Outlaw Xfinity and Pro Late Models on Wednesday night. You'll see some familiar names in the Outlaw series, and you'll see a familiar name in XCal this week. So you definitely want to tune in for all of that. Thank you all so much for tuning in to a very exciting race at Bristol tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed it as much as we did, and yeah, y'all have a great night.